Hello, welcome everyone. I'm RxOliver and these are my friends. This is Bushido Heroes of Nippon session 63. Join us in the search for the Valley of 1,000 Autumns. Take it away, Dave.
Certainly. Well, as keen observers of the channel and the players will recall from last session, you are currently in Bungo province on the Isle of Kyūryū, and you've made your way all the way from the Saikaido up to the lake known as Kagami Lake, and then past the village of Nishimeya, following a river upstream. You are following the trail described in one of the Japanese classics, the famous classic of cooking that someone found for you, and it's from that noted book, Travels with My Master, a classic of peasant road cookery. And apart from talking about all the recipes and menus that he served his master, he also mentions his master's trip to the Valley of the 1,000 Autumns. And Kinzo happens to have in his possession a wind chime carved in the shapes of guardian animals that the author of this classic described as having found on this trip. And so you have made your way as best you can, following the not particularly coherent descriptions of the route given in the book, and made your way into what you think is the vicinity of the valley. Quite which direction to go next you weren't sure, but you camped for the night, and your sleep was disturbed by the sound of what you thought were goblins arguing. Forest goblins, Bakemono show. Which is not really surprising. They're not particularly nice creatures, and you fall out with each other at very regular intervals. But anyway, you have crept as best you can through the forest under the light of stars are out, and Baka, the skilled, or if rather heavy Yakuza, has slipped off to one side, and in the starlight you can make out a ledge up a cliff with some Bakemono on it, who unfortunately appear to have heard you and noticed you. So let me move you all to the relevant sheet, and you will be able to see what you're facing.
Was it me they'd heard, or was it the main group they'd heard?
It was the main group they'd heard. They haven't really spotted you.
You big clumsy oaf. No, it wasn't him.
Very good. So, you will notice at the top of the map what looks to be a cliff, and there's some rubble and sand at the bottom, and then there's a collapsed bit of the cliff which is about 10 foot of an easy climb, and then you can make out there's a much steeper climb up to a ledge which runs from about here through to about here, and standing on the ledge you can make out half a dozen Bakemono show in the starlight. Behind them, the dark outline of a cave. And they have seen you, and you have seen them. Well, they haven't seen Baka, of course. And they are throwing stones at you. Or rocks, if you want to put it in a slightly more combat-friendly manner. So, do you wish to rush forward or retreat out of rock range and discuss what you're going to do?
Well, I think I've got a plan. Let's see what you guys think of this, right? So I'm thinking me.
Hang on.
Well, okay.
You have stepped forward, you have seen this, and the first shower of rocks is landing. They've just made you out. So, you can stop and pause for a round and discuss what you're going to do while they get the range. Or you can retreat out of range and discuss what you're going to do without them being able to hit you. What do you wish to do?
How far back's out of range?
Fall
Probably
back,
about
fall
10.
back.
Fall back. I'll fall back.
Okay, you fall back. You can move freely. They were basically chucking rocks at you. They heard you coming and they were throwing where they thought they were, but they didn't get lucky enough to get you.
Got a plan.
As you back away, you can hear obvious jeers in Bakemono's show
We're
tongue.
coming, baby. We're coming. Right. What do you think of this plan, boys? I mean,
Baka, what are you doing? You can make them out. You're kind of behind the edge of a bush. You can see them up there, and as I said, you can make out. There's here. You've got about 12 foot of an easy climb and about 8 foot of a difficult climb.
Have I heard the group back?
Oh yes, you heard Kinzo saying, "Back off, lads," and Kyūryū starting to say, "I have a plan."
In that case, I am going to creep.
You're going to creep where?
But to here at the moment, and then once I'm further into the bush, then I'll
Okay.
come across.
That's fine. They didn't notice you because they were jeering at the brave fighters who've retreated. Okay, so Kyūryū, you have managed to you can move through the undergrowth to join the others if you wish, Baka.
Yeah, if I can.
Okay, no problem. You do that. Okay.
Right.
Discussion in Bakemono is obviously still going on at the top, although you're not entirely sure what they're saying. Oh dear. My writing is appalling.
I saw that. Here's what I'm thinking, boys. Tell me what you think. One of us climbs up on the left, one of us climbs up on the right, the two faster of us, and try to, hit them from the two sides, get up the cliff and hit them from the two sides, and then, I'm not sure for the rest of them, for the rest of us. What do you think, guys?
Where was the range of the stones hitting?
Like the edge of the tree line?
It was hitting about to here, so because they've got about 20 foot up, so they're hitting out to about here. I will draw the line on. Yes. So
we do have a surface to air Harumi.
We do.
now that completely unfair.
Tactically,
she can be distracting with them with missiles. Well, the two of us are going up here. We could even have our other. Well, no, I think Kosa was our other shuriken user, wasn't he? And he's left. We could have had another missile.
Yeah.
We could have had Harumi and someone throwing missiles.
struggle to throw Will you not struggle to throw shuriken over that distance?
I'm not sure.
You've got to chuck them up 20 foot as well as along, so that's going to restrict your range.
To just throw stones, is that throw stones back?
Or you can throw stones back, and your range is probably going to be better than theirs.
So either I would like to go to a side where no one else is, try and sneak up.
Yep.
My option, Rumi stays just out of range of them, hopefully.
Baka, I think even if you stay with Harumi throwing stones, or
I've got no idea what my skills.
Well, if you could
The
climb
stone
up
is.
one side, I'll climb up another side, and then the rest are back here with stones next to Harumi. What do you think, Kinzo?
Dave, I'd like to pick up a stone and aim at a particular tree and see how accurate my throw is. Test this before I actually get into combat. Possible?
Your plan sounds like a reasonable one, providing Baka is prepared to climb.
I'm prepared to climb. I'm quite a good climber.
What do you think your best position is, back behind the line throwing stones?
Well, I'll just pick up some stones and lob them from here. Keep them immune.
Basically, you will be using your brawling capability to chuck. Unless you've got something like a skill like Shuriken Jutsu, you'll be using brawling.
I do not. Don't know what my brawling be.
The biggest aim of throwing those stones is cover for us to get up.
I'm not the fastest, but I'm probably the sneakiest. In a weird sense. Actually, oh my god.
I am the fastest.
Do we not have visibility? Doesn't
We do have a cloak of invisibility. I was looking at the loot list earlier.
what's Harumi? Does Harumi just learn one, or she?
Let me look at the loot list.
You have a potion of concealing cloak. Whether you wish to use it on something
Doesn't
as
much for this.
vicious as Bakemono's show.
I do. I hate them. I'm willing to use it.
Where?
Yes, but
Yes.
using a level 6 potion on Bakemono's show.
Well, Harumi can cast Concealing
Yeah.
Cloak himself.
That's what I was asking about. If Harumi casts Concealing Cloak on myself and Kyūryū, whilst the others tracked in the middle, we could be up there engaging them before they know what's happening.
Indeed.
Didn't know Harumi could cast that.
Not as strong as the potion, I don't believe, but
She has
No, the
learnt
point
it.
Better
The
than
point
using a
is that-
potion, a level 6 potion on some goblin.
The point is that it'll affect the duration probably, but not necessarily anything else.
um, 2 times level of skill, ACS 15.
I don't mind using the potion on some Bakamon, but if she's able to cast a spell, even better.
Yeah, but she'll cast Concealing Cloak on both of you.
Yeah.
Let's do
Concealing cloak. The Shugenja makes himself or another character or item into a hidden thing. The wit saving throw to detect the hidden thing is at a penalty equal to the level of the spell when the subject is motionless. Otherwise, base values apply. So in other words, you are a hidden thing while you're moving, so they will have to make a wit saving throw to notice you. If you're hiding, then if Harumi casts it, then you will get a bonus equal to her level on that. So that would reduce their wit saving throw by 2.
Potentially
and
further
it
improve that with.
lasts-
Oh,
And it lasts until you wish it to cease, or until the subject is detected, or, and I'm going to say this, sundown or sunrise,
Okay,
because those are the traditional
Long.
times when spells begin and end.
let's do that.
Okay?
and we're right in the middle of midnight, so I think it was one in the middle.
Little watch. So,
Watches. Can I further make it difficult by using my Shinobi Jutsu?
oh yes, yes. If you are invisible and using Shinobi Jutsu, although combining your Shinobi Jutsu with climbing a cliff,
Gonna be tricky.
we'll make it a little more tricky. Yes,
Oh, well, let's worry about that when they get to the cliff.
exactly.
We've got this,
So-
Baka, we've got this.
Okie doke. So, are you going to have Harumi cast the concealing cloak? I mean, you are out of sight of the
Harumi's
Yeah.
Harumi's going to cast that twice. Then she's going to hit the line and cast darts while Kinzo and Yanagi throw stones.
You know she's going to have killed them all before we even got there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in that case, Harumi will... Somebody please roll for Harumi to cast the spell. Harumi's BCS is 15.
Nice rolls, Tim.
Very nice.
Success on
Oh,
both.
wonderful. In that
Success on the second one.
Fair enough. If it's a critical success, I believe it doesn't cost any mana, correct?
Nice.
Well, that's the way I play it. Otherwise,
Exactly. So in that case, so far she's used 4 of her mana, of her power rather, for the for one spell and nothing for the other.
Very nice.
Who has she cast it upon?
Me and Baka.
Baka and Kyūryū. Okay.
Kyūryū first, Baka second.
Okie doke.
Just in case the critical makes any other difference we don't know about.
Fair enough. So, what's the range of Harumi's darts?
Other than their stones, I think.
That is indeed possible.
I
The
know,
range is
there is
20
a cheesy way.
yards.
There is a cheesy way we could do this, but we won't be that cheesy.
So,
Solves it.
basically, they have a range of about 8 yards with their stones. Harumi, yeah, well, Harumi can do it from outside stone range.
Yeah, we could just. There is a way we could cheese this. She does run out of mana eventually, though, and they just have to duck back a little bit.
She may
so
need that.
them.
Honest with you, she may need that mana for whatever's in the cave.
Yeah, it might not work forever. They might catch on and just duck back a little bit. Do you know what I mean? They're quite dumb, though.
Okay.
Let's see.
So, are you going? What are you going to do? Baka and Q obviously talking about going and climbing the cliff.
David. I'm going to fuck them up.
Well, to do that, you're going to have to get up in the first place. Get up the cliff.
Yes.
I have visions of
Kin-
shoji screens again in my head.
Let's do this. Baka, this is going to be another fucking one of the adventures of Baka and Kyūryū. It's going to be great. You're my sidekick, Baka. This is going to be awesome.
What are the rest of you going to do while Baka and Kyūryū are
You go right, I'll go
making
left.
their way through the undergrowth?
Yes, please.
Okay, in that case, if you move up to the starting line, which is here, because they can't see you past that line, and we'll move on from there. What are the rest of you doing?
I mean, it's probably like
are you going to look back
it's probably
here,
like a
or...
semicircle, right? So they probably can't see us even if we're like here, right?
Can Harumi see the goblins from where she is?
No, because of the branches of the tree. They stretch out, and the goblins are 20 foot up. So she'll have to come forward to about there or here or wherever. She can stay behind the line and still see the goblins and do her spells. But are the rest of you going to do anything? Or just let the evening go quiet and these people move quietly?
No, they're going to throw stones. That's part of the plan. Right, Kinzo?
Okay. So, Kyūryū's moving...
Hold on. Shuriken Jutsu. It's based on your strength, isn't it? Or is it strength?
Let's see. As far as as far as throwing things is concerned, if we have a look at the combat modifiers, throwing things, you can throw things up to twice your strength saving throw, and then you're at -4. Okay.
So she's shooting
Now-
just your skill, but it's the range that's important for
Yeah.
strength.
So basically, if you've got Shuriken Jutsu, you can use your Shuriken Jutsu skill. If not, then you're using Brawling. Because it's a a makeshift weapon. But basically, you get an extra yard of range for each foot. Sorry, each 5 foot. So basically, they can chuck an extra 4 hexes before, just due to the height. And you're chucking up, so you're going to be -4. So what's your strength saving throw, Kinzo?
This is Kinzo and Yanagi you're talking about.
6.
It's gonna be awesome. Don't you worry.
Okay, so that would give you 12, but you'll use 4 of those for going up. So you can throw 8 yards. So to hit one of those, you would have to be...
No, well, basically that puts me out
there.
of range. That puts me out of range. I can't
Well,
throw with shuriken.
Well, you could, if you can throw it from there, because that's 8 hexes. 2,
Yeah, but
4,
that's in range
6.
of them, and I don't want to be in range of them. So I have to throw
Well, just
rocks
to be
from where I
distraction.
am. I have to
Okay.
throw rocks from where I am.
Yeah, throw them
Okay.
from where you are, even if you don't quite hit them, even just to keep them like on their toes, mate. Keep them distracted.
And Yanagi's strength saving throw is 6 as well. So, actually, your strength saving throw is 7, Kinzo. So you could throw 14, so that's 10 hexes away from them. 2, 4, 6,
There you go.
8, 10. Yeah. Just within their range.
Thing is, Kinzo, step into the range and throw some stones. They're not going to kill you with a stone. We need you in this battle. Get
That's
on
what
there
I'm
on that line.
Well, they're going to be...
Alright.
Yanagi and Kinzo are throwing stones, but they're not going to get all the way up the cliff, so
If you take a
it will
couple,
draw attention.
if you take a couple of hits, just step back. But just until you do, just fucking get out there and chuck some stones, man. I'll be ordering Yanagi
Okey-doke.
to do the same, and I'm disappointed if you don't.
Before we
Fair enough.
separate, can I make a suggestion, Kyūryū? We actually go further down the cliff and go away along the cliff.
Well, that's where the path, the ledge ends. You can see that it narrows to
Ledge
nothing.
ends
about
where
here.
the map ends.
And narrows
Graham.
to nothing there.
Ledge
So
ends where the map
basically,
ends.
the ledge
Yeah,
ends
what I'm
there
saying
and
is,
then widens
down
out.
Get the ledge. I'm talking about the cliff. Can we not
Yep.
walk? Can we not like come off off the map and then come in from the side of the map at the edge of the
No,
cliff
you
rather
can't
than
use
running
off the
across
map.
the gap?
There is no off the map. That's cheating.
Yes, you can. You can make your way to there from off the map.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
what we
round.
would do if we can.
So
then we'll-
basically, you go left and right, but bear in mind that they can't actually see you beyond the, kind of 26 feet. So basically, they can't see you until you get to about there.
I've
Yeah.
got a different one on this side. He's a
And
bit-
you've got a different one, so he's a little bit closer. So, yeah. So
Yeah, we have to go a little bit further off. We can time it, but if Kyūryū and I both take a stone, just throw our stones quietly into the middle here. Indication for everyone to start for the middle bins to start their
okay,
assault. Sound
fair
alright?
enough.
I look out for a stone. When everybody's throwing stones.
Well, no, the ones on the cliff aren't throwing stones at the moment.
At the moment, yeah, I know.
No, they're just jeering and talking to each other and
Oh,
making noise.
I cannot wait to
So
break
say
this piece.
you take a stone with you, and then when you get into position,
I'm taking
throw your
these
stone
hands.
into the middle.
I'm taking these hands
No.
with me back, I said. These
Yeah,
hands are
wait a
stones.
second. I'll say, well, throw your hands then. I'm saying no. If you throw your stone
can I-
into the
Back
middle
up,
here,
back up. Listen, they
Can-
don't need a
can I-
signal. They can see us clear as day. Our guys can see. Well, I suppose it is dark, isn't it? They're not
Oh,
going to
it
be able to
is
see a
dark,
stone
yes.
in the fucking dark, are they, Baka? Jesus Christ. Let me do the thing.
we're
to the sun.
invisible.
Oh, we are invisible, eh?
How are they going to know when to start?
How are they going to see
Can
a
I-
stone in the fucking dark either, though, you?
They're going
plum?
to hear it.
Aye, nobody breathe for a couple of minutes so you can hear a stone. No, I'm winding you up, Graham. It's a good plan. He is correct. We'll do something like that with a stone. You're right. You're right, Graham.
Timing is a nightmare getting going on these things.
I'm just pulling your
Do we all
bunker,
trigger
mate.
at the same point?
Yes, let's do that.
Can I just ask a quick question?
Yep.
Not of you, of the gallant party leader.
Yes.
Are you going to be wearing your armor?
I am wearing my armor. It's only partial light armor. I can climb in it.
Oh yes,
More
yes, yes.
distractions.
No. It's not that. It's just it's going to be somewhat noisier than just climbing up in peasant clothing because it's going to bang on the rocks.
You guys need to start with the stones right away to distract them right away. As soon as me and Baka move, in there with the stones, boys. Get fucking throwing the stones. Launch, launch, launch. Harumi, make all the noise you can when you're casting your spells. She's never uttered a verbal component before in her life. Harumi, I want you chanting to the Great Cthulhu when you cast these spells. Pulu hyomni rengi hyong and all that. Fucking loud as hell. Make a distraction. Right, there you go. Plan sorted.
Yeah, you gives you a somewhat strange look. Who is this Kami Cthulhu that you are talking about?
God, don't utter his name out loud.
Well, you just said it. Anyway, so Baka is heading off through the undergrowth and then making his way to here.
I chuck a stone at Baka.
You can't see Baka. You can only see about 20-25 feet in the starlight.
I throw a stone at the noise of where Kyūryū blatantly
invisible
is.
anyway. I can't see him anyway. He's invisible. I'm joking. I'm in one of those moods. Winding everybody up.
Okay, so Baka, are you deploying your shinobi jutsu?
Certainly till I get to the cliff. Till I get in position.
Fair enough. So, is Harumi going to wait to hear from stones landing from Baka, or is she just going to start deploying her weaponry?
No, she's going to just start deploying because we need a distraction as we climb also. She's going to start whipping out spells.
In that case, if that's happening, then I'm not it's going to take me half movement. So I'll just move at normal space. Because I know Speedy Boy over there will be at the cliff before I know it.
You will blink and I will be up there, son.
Okay. So, Harumi is going to launch a dart or two? Is she going to launch a dart or two darts?
Two.
It's a 9.
Okay.
I think at two different targets as well.
Who's rolling for Kinzo?
Kinzo's rolling for Kinzo.
Sorry for Harumi, rather. I mean, probably Kinzo, because he's rolled some very good spells.
Yes,
so
Tim, would you like to roll for Harumi again? You rolled a couple of beauties before.
Okay. And under cover of her chant, Baka and Kyūryū make it to their launch points.
Pretty sure an 8 and an 11 is pretty sweet for her.
Hit armor class 8 and 5. So.
Yeah. Which ones were you shooting at?
I think it's wise to hit the two on the outside.
Okay.
Actually, no. Scratch that. This one and this one, because then you might turn the attention of the other ones inwards. They're going to look inwards instead of turning up to the other ones to looking outwards. What do you think of that, yeah?
Tim, who is Harumi shooting at?
The one on our right flank.
Okay, so both at that one. Okay. In that case, I believe he said that that is indeed a hit. Sorry, 2 hits.
Pretty sure they'd have to have some pretty sturdy armor for those not to be hits.
Oh, agreed. So, darts of water.
Be the first time they've had a bath.
15 points of damage, sir.
Whoa, nice roll again, Tim.
Right, I believe
One is 8 and the other is 7.
I believe they may get a saving throw
I think they do.
based on the average of their deafness. So it's D6 plus level of caster, so that's 13, 15 points of subdual. But he gets a saving throw. Come on, let's roll 2 saving throws
Let's roll
against
2
the
high
first and
number
the second.
saves.
Well, 2 low numbers. Oh no, I don't want to waste the low numbers, do I?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just roll 2 high numbers. So that's 15 points of subdual on that guy.
Since he's failed his combined speed and health saving throw, gone back health saving throw will be knocked unconscious by each dart.
Excellent.
Unless he's already unconscious, of course. In which case, but you might want to check that, just make sure I'm correct.
See the common spell darts. So darts. No, there's nothing in the basic darts saying that you've got
You need to look at
save
darts
against
of
it.
water.
But under darts of water, it says nothing at all about making health saving throws or anything that. Darts of water do subdual damage equal to 1d6 plus level of caster. Victims receive a saving throw based on the average of deafness and speed
In
saving
that case, I'm
throws.
probably thinking about the darts of soil.
Yes, I think you are.
Oh, well, fair
So-
enough. Anyway, does he fall over?
It doesn't matter. He does not fall over, but he kind of gets thrown back against the wall and looks extremely hurt. There is a scream.
Excellent stuff.
And yeah, he is not at all pleased. Fair enough. Next round, he is going to. Sorry, that is Harumi doing that, and Baka and Kyūryū make their way to the base of the cliff. And let me just roll that. Fair enough. So, going up an easy climb, for your information, without making easy climb, you can go at a rate of 6 feet per round. You can use climbing to enhance that rate at the risk of falling. And you increase it by the effect number over 3 in terms of, the effect number in feet. Okay, so it's your choice. Do you wish to use your climbing or just go up 6 feet?
Remind me where you find climbing. I know it's somewhere separate next to climbing,
It's-
leaping,
it's-
rolling, and swimming. I found it.
Correct.
My climbing is a 10. What's yours, Baka?
9.
What do you think?
To be honest with you, I think
Do you feel
for
lucky?
this first bit, for the first bit, if you want to try and some of the hard climb straight away.
Well, you can each go up 6 feet. It's a 10-foot
Which just
climb
takes
to
up
get
the
at the
scrabble.
bottom. You can go up 6 feet without worrying about it.
But can we go up the whole thing in one round if we make a roll?
If you make 4 effect numbers, you'd go up the 10 feet in one
I
round.
make 4 effect numbers, so I need to roll a 14 or better. A 6 or better.
Correct.
I don't think
I'm
it's
rolling.
worth it for me.
I'm rolling. I'm feeling lucky.
Okay.
Now, I risk falling if I fail that roll, though, don't I?
There is a risk of slipping back down, yes.
And if I don't make that roll and just go slower, I don't take that risk, yeah?
Just
Correct.
climb 6 foot.
Yeah, I'll just
I'm
climb the
stealth.
6 foot.
We're trying to stealth it, so
Yeah,
No,
no point
you're
rushing it.
trying to stealth it.
Yeah.
He's not.
I'll take the 6 foot because I've got armor on.
Okay.
I'll take it easy.
Okay. can I have a speed saving throw from you, please, Kyūryū?
The thing is, me and Baka kind of want to land at the same time anyway. Oh, yes, you can.
Nice.
Very good. You hold yourself off the surface and your armor does not clank on it. Baka, I believe you are attempting to creep up quietly with your Shinobi Jutsu. So, Shinobi Jutsu for Baka.
Lock me in.
See, that's why I didn't climb fast.
Yeah.
It's
I
okay.
don't mind a bit of screes falling, but
You don't make any more noise than normal. It's just you don't manage to hide your noise. So you are both 4 foot from the top of the easy climb. Not quite so fast, Kyūryū. You're not at the top yet. Okay. Did anybody notice you? No. Okay, next round, they go before Harumi. This one runs screaming into the cave and disappears. And let's see. General. The others throw stones at Harumi, and a shower of stones lands here. Okay.
They can't get her.
Fair enough. Meanwhile, is Harumi rolling another
2.
couple of darts?
Yeah,
Okay.
Tim, do you want to get
Oh,
it again? You're on a roll.
Yanagi and Kinzo go before her.
Oh, Yanagi and
Okay.
Kinzo are throwing stones.
What
as
are they
well.
doing then?
I'll roll for
Step
Yanagi.
forward and lob rocks at the left-hand one.
Yanagi rolled
Okay.
a 5.
Well, unfortunately, you're not in range because Yanagi has a range of 12 yards less 4 for going up. So he's got a range of 8,
Where does he need to move to?
which
There.
is 8 hectares. He needs
there.
to move 1 hex forward to be able to
Okay.
hit. Yes.
Well, he moves 1 forward and he hits 2 effect numbers because his brawling's a 7. I think.
Just leave Yanagi where he is. He steps forward and throws his rock, and it falls short.
Yes. This round.
This
But
round.
not
yeah.
not short by far. So he's reasonably certain he can throw it a bit further. And you throw yours, and yours is you can go 10 hexes. So I think, hang on a second.
Doesn't matter. I miss.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
Fine. So you could actually hit them. You miss.
Well, I don't, because I've rolled a 16, so I miss.
Yes,
We'll have to step a bit further forward.
but it
not happy with it.
but it hits
Not
the
hit, won't
rock
hit.
beside him rather than beneath him. Yeah.
Which is what you want.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so that's that, and then Harumi is going to cast her spell again and again because it's 2. And what's her
Right, I'm going to cast
BCS?
6 and 3.
6 and 3, and which one are you going for?
And the next one in line.
Number
She's going one at a
Yes.
time.
I would have gone for the one I'd already hit, but cowards run off.
Of course, very sensible. So you're going for him, and both of them hit, unfortunately. 11 points of damage.
In
Yes, which he gets to make a saving throw, or rather 2 saving throws. No. So he's hit by both of them. He also squeals in outrage. And Baka and Kyūryū. Are you just going to climb to the top of this easy stretch and gird your loins for the hard stretch next time?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. You do so. Okay, so... And next round, you're the
We move
show
forward
are
one.
going. The show are going. Basically, you get to the boundary, yes. And you've only got 8 foot to go up, Baka, as opposed to 10 foot for Kyūryū.
Cool.
Always a reason you went that side.
See in the dark.
So, I believe the show go on a 12. Let me just check that.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
And when do Yanagi and Kinzo go?
I go on 11. Yanagi goes on 7, I think it is.
Okay. Another show kind of screams and runs into the cave, and the other show. So that's that one. That one. That one. That one. Three of them. Sorry, 2 of them retreat into the darkness. One of them moves up to here and starts kind of jabbering at the other one. The other one just throws another a rock at Yanagi and Kinzo, and kind of lands there. This one is obviously trying to get into the cave and isn't doing too well. 1 second. Those have vanished into the darkness. Okay. So, what are Yanagi and Kinzo doing? Stepping forward? Okay. And Yanagi? Yep. And you are throwing at the ones... Are you throwing at the one who's been
look at
throwing a rock
Kinzo.
at you? Or are you throwing one at the one who's trying to... who's jabbering at him?
Kinzo just drops the rock in front of his. And it lands on his toes.
You have dropped the rock, so to speak.
No, the rock lands and shatters.
Righty ho. That's what that's what.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Not a very good rock.
No, he picks up a
No,
rock and he goes to throw it, but it turns out it was just a wad of dirt and it like disintegrates as he throws it.
Okay, and Yanagi misses as well. Fair enough.
It's almost party time though.
Harumi? Who's she going for?
He's just gonna go for the next one, yeah. One on the right.
Okay. A 19 is not going to hit. The 2 is going to hit. So does he make a saving throw?
Hold on, what's its armor class?
The one on the right, so that's that one. Its armor class is O. That's only armor class 1.
In that case, the 2's a crit.
The 19's not a hit though, is it?
Fine.
No, my BCS is 16. That's why I had to ask what the armor class was.
Yeah.
Okie doke. So roll a d10. He failed his speed saving throw. A 1, double damage.
Nice.
So d6 plus 2 doubled.
Nice.
16! Hit him in the head.
16?
Was that Harumi with the spell? It was, wasn't it? Superb.
Also, does it also not cost
Costs no points.
It doesn't cost any power either, does it? No.
Nope.
Tim, you're on fire tonight, mate. Apart
So
from
that
apart from that
basically
120.
only.
Not so much for myself.
Not so much for yourself, that 120 for yourself, but still, overall, you're doing pretty shit hot with the rolls.
So that round only cost her 1 power.
Fucking hell, Kyūryū, mate.
Very nice.
You called it back, and they're going to be dead by the time we get up there.
As I say, Harumi's now got a big, broad grin on her face, and you think,
Mm.
I don't want to face her, and she's on fire.
Remember that cheese tactic we weren't going to do?
Yeah.
Does that one
Could I
go over?
could I have a luck roll, please?
We're sorry, back, and we get to run in the cave after them.
No bloody fear.
would
I might run into
would Harumi make a luck roll?
Yes, you are, and the rest of them are following us.
Fine.
No, no one look.
Okay, in that case, given where she is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He kind of basically collapses and falls back into his mate, who gets to make a speed saving throw. Oh, he gets forced back a yard. This guy collapses and is recumbent. There.
Harumi's getting a pair of eyes.
Okay. So, Kyūryū and Baka are going to try climbing the cliff.
We actually have to climb now, don't we?
It is a steep climb, yes.
So we need the climbing roll this time.
And for a steep climb, a successful climbing roll allows you to safely climb a total distance equal to your current strength attribute in feet.
Damn
Okay.
it. Bloody hangover.
So, basically, Baka and Kyūryū need to make a
Oh.
climbing roll.
Oh.
By 9?
Nope.
Okay. So, how many did you fail it by, Baka?
9.
Okay.
Hoping 10's the
Roll.
magic number.
Roll a d20. If you roll that or less, you may fall. So, if you failed by 9, roll a d20. If you roll 9 or less, you may fall.
Thank you. Thank you for being bad rolls tonight.
You don't fall. Okay? Basically, you failed by 9. If you'd rolled 9 or less, you might fall. You didn't. Kyūryū, how much did you fail by?
4.
Roll a d20, 4 or less, and you may fall.
No fall.
Neither of you fall. You basically try to start and don't actually get anywhere this round. Okay, next round. That guy disappears into the cave. And 2 rocks arc out of the cave and land about here.
Well, basically, we'll both throw rocks at him as he runs away.
Okay. We'll throw rocks at him.
Take my roll a 1 and get him right in the head. Well, that's a good roll.
A 5. That looks like it might well hit him. That guy is in armor class. 1 second. Actually, he's in armor class 3. So what's your brawling BTS?
Back, I remember, we're still invisible. We are
Well,
going in that cave.
my Shuriken Jutsu is 10.
In that case, you hit him.
Come on. Nice,
And what
Kinzo.
damage do I do at maximum range?
If you're throwing a rock, it's going to be down to a D2 at that range at maximum.
2.
That's 2 then.
Okay, 2 subdual on that one. Did Yanagi throw at him?
Yes, he did, and he's rolled a 1.
Yanagi.
Oh no! Roll a d20.
Oh,
Sorry, d10 rather.
Baka,
Sorry, d10.
we're going to need to go in that
My
cave
apologies.
if we want any Buddha, mate. Buddha, mate. We're going to have to go in.
So
I
that's
think
an
things
8.
are going to be coming out of the cave.
What's an 8? Special effect?
If they don't, we're going in. It wasn't an 8,
It's
it was an
normal
18.
damage special effect. So, what, a D2?
D2 damage and roll for the special effect.
Okay, that's
1
1
point of
point damage
damage.
from the... And I've damaged either your arm or your leg.
Hit him right on the elbow with a stone, right in the funny bone.
Okay, I think I'm going to say that that's a d6 critical damage.
Boom.
Rather than I don't think with a rock you can do 2d10 kind of critical, so d6 critical damage.
You can, Mr. Person who you are named after from the Bible would disagree, Mr. David. He took on a whole Goliath with just a rock. Remember?
Anyway.
Well, if Yanagi had been using a sling,
I watched a video
Right,
of
it's alright,
somebody
he
using a
takes 3
sling. It's a
points of
deadly
critical
weapon.
damage to his left leg, and he falls over.
he falls over into the darkness of the cave. There is a scream as he lies there.
His speed is reduced by 50%.
Fair enough.
Excellent stuff, Yanagi and Kinzo.
You will all hear Harumi say, "Come back and fight! Come back and fight!"
Harumi's fired up. I
Oh, no,
love
the point is,
it. She's got the red vest up. Get climbed up here, Harumi. We're going in.
well, the point is, their base action phase is 2, but so by the time she's summoned up the spell energy, he's fallen out of sight.
Yep. Okay. And Baka and Kyūryū make another attempt to climb.
Oh, I rolled a
Climbing
d10.
roll.
Ignore that.
Yeah, passed by 1.
Failed by 7. I rolled a 1 when I rolled a 1d10.
Okay. You failed by 7. Roll a d20.
Yeah. Lucky 13.
No, you haven't slipped down. As far as Baka is concerned, basically, you succeeded in your roll. That means you can climb a total distance equal to your current strength attribute in feet. What is your current strength attribute?
27.
Right. Well, you can certainly climb.
That's 9 yards.
So I even run that far.
You can move at a rate in feet per detail turn equal to the effect number. So, if you've got an effect number of 1, you can climb a foot this round, and it'll be another 26 feet before you need to re-roll your climbing roll. But it's going to take you another 7 rounds to get up to the ledge.
Oh, but could I choose to re-roll?
You can choose to
Okay,
re-roll,
then.
yes. Yes. So you're currently 1 foot up. Moving your bulk up quickly at a rate of 1 foot per round. Yeah, fine.
No, he's got the Tetsubo slung over his belly, not his back.
Okay. Meanwhile, the rocks are arcing out of the darkness of the cave, but you can't see who's throwing them, and they are not landing in your immediate vicinity, Kinzo and Yanagi. They tried to dissuade you from coming up. So, Baka and Kyūryū.
Kinzo runs forward to the base of the cliff.
Made it this time.
Follows.
Okay.
Yes, the
You
boys are
must climb.
coming. The boys are coming. Yes, here we go. Now it's a party, Baka.
Have you made your climbing roll?
I've made it that time. My climbing is a 10.
Good. What's your strength attribute?
50,000. Hang on. It is strength.
Strength, rather.
Strength is 16.1.
Okay, you can climb 16 feet at 1 foot per round. So you are now 1 foot up, 9 foot to go. Baka, I believe you were going to re-roll your climbing?
So it's 10 more rounds.
9 more rounds.
9 more rounds, unless
you climb faster.
Yeah, got it.
I'm moving at the moment. I am moving at the moment. We're just going to keep moving.
Okay, so you've gone up 2 feet.
The two of you appear to have picked a particularly tough part of the mountain to climb.
Yep.
But again, in the dark, you might do.
But once
I'm sure of my handholds. I'm making sure of my handholds.
What's Harumi going to do? Anything?
Harumi's going to stand there and wait for the goblins to come out.
Mm-hmm.
Or she sees one of the lads entering the cave in a foolish manner and coming back out with rocket dents in their forehead.
Do you not have a light spell or something?
Harumi could cast a little glowing light on the palm of her hand, certainly.
But not at distance.
Well, what spells does Harumi
You
have?
cast it on a stone.
Her light cantrip won't work, and she doesn't have a spell that produces light.
Correct.
She's a water mage, not a fire mage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so next round, Yanagi and Kinzo are going up the easy slope, yes? So you get 6 foot up. Is that right? Kyūryū's now 2 foot up, and Baka is 3 foot up. And Harumi is staying where she is, and a goblin will pop his head out of the cave and then pull it back again. So he's basically looking in this direction, because that's where you ran. Okie doke. Next round, Baka is now...
Kinzo and Yanagi will climb so that we're 10 feet up.
You are now up to the bottom of the easy slope.
We'll then look to see if we can find out where Kyūryū is, so we don't run into him by accident.
Well, Kyūryū, can I have a speed saving throw, please?
Nope.
You can hear clanking, sounds of bamboo banging on stone coming from there. So you don't have to make a wit saving throw to try and see him. You can hear him.
Okay, we'll climb on either side of him.
Okie doke. So let's see. So at the end of this round, Baka is 4 foot up, Kyūryū's 3 foot up, and Kinzo and Yanagi are about to start climbing. Following round, Baka goes to 5 foot, and Kyūryū is now 4 foot, and
Can I make a climbing roll to try and speed up?
You don't want to lose out to the others, do you? So, have you made a climbing roll?
Not yet, hang on.
Sorry, Kinzo, was that your climbing roll? Tim, was that 19 and 4?
Well done, Kyūryū.
No, the 19 was Kinzo's. He's failed by 8.
Right.
And Yanagi's was the 5.
And he made it by?
2. Yanagi's is a 7, I was looking at earlier.
Okay, so you can climb 2 feet per round.
No, wait, hang on, because I think I was maybe looking at his brawl. Sorry, Dave, hang on 2 secs.
No, you were correct. His brawling and his climbing are the same.
Okay, so it will take him 5 rounds to get to the top. Kinzo failed by quite a few, so roll a d20 Is that less than the effect number you got?
Yeah. Yes, the effect number was 8.
Okay, in that case, please make a deafness saving throw.
Oh, bravo.
Yeah, and
You don't fall.
hanging there by my fingernails. Yeah, not a problem.
Correct. Yes. That wasn't as easy a section as you thought.
Definitely
Okay,
wasn't it,
Kyūryū.
That
You were
rabbit,
trying.
He's in front of me. I can't be having that. Oh,
I've made a climbing roll and made it by 8 effect numbers.
Okay, in that case, spurred on by the thought somebody might steal your Budo, you make it all the way up this round. And Baka, I believe you are about 3 foot short at this round?
2 foot short, because I'm at
2
6.
foot short. In that case, you're at 6. You are 2 feet short of the ledge. Okie doke. Next round. Yanagi goes up to 4 feet. Kinzo.
I like it.
not going anywhere. That's 0 effect number, so I shall move slightly and try.
You try a different patch and difficult, yes. And
an 11, Tim.
Baka is now 1 foot short of being
my
up there.
climbing is 11, so.
And
Okay.
Kyūryū,
I'm up.
yes.
Right, is this guy, is this
You
guy
climb
dead or
onto
unconscious?
the ledge.
Just so you're aware, Oliver, that's because I've got 22 deafness, which halves
Yeah.
to 11.
There is a Bakemono show lying on the path there.
Is he
Whether
dead?
he is dead, unconscious, or just feigning death to avoid being hit by another dart, you will have to go and check.
I will run up and throw him over the cliff.
Okay, so you've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 along this ledge in the dark. What's your BMA?
55,000. Hang on. BMA is 10. No, that's base action face. BMA is 8.
Okay, so you've used 3/4 of your move to get up to him. So next round you could do something.
Does that mean that I've got enough
Okay.
movement left to like put my foot on his throat at the end of the round?
No,
So,
you've got up to him, and he's not moving. He does appear to be lying there, glassy-eyed, with a kind of dent in his skull or something.
Kyūryū does have a second primary, by the way, just as a reminder.
Yes, but he's
True.
moved most of his BMA in one round, which is a base action.
Yes, but my secondary action is a primary action, so that means I can hit him on my
True.
second.
Yes. So what are you doing?
Fucking chucking him over the cliff, mate. Yeet.
That's also a base action, so you can't do it on a primary.
You can hit him.
Alright, I'll hit him
Well,
then.
hold on. Use your jujutsu to grab hold of him.
Yep. Use my jujutsu to get a hold of him, like round the neck in a choke, ready to throw him off the cliff next round.
That's right.
Right. So he is not exactly uncooperative. He's prone and passive, so you've got +10 on him. So roll your jujutsu.
Yes, I think
Sorry,
that-
hang on. Yeah, roll your jujutsu.
5.
Okay. You have got how many effect numbers with +10 on your jujutsu?
Oh. So what have I rolled? -5.
I think you've
Jujutsu.
got him.
I think I've got him. Like jujutsu
Yes.
is BCS is 16.
I
I rolled a
and-
-5. I've hit him by 21.
And you're dropping him off the cliff.
Yes. He's getting dropped on his head specifically. With
Okay.
that roll. 21 effect numbers. I'm dropping him specifically on his head, so his neck breaks.
I don't really think you can arrange that. You can
but
drop him down the cliff.
I can throw him head first.
It's all right.
Okay.
We'll work out which bit of him hits, right? Later. once he hits the ground.
I mean, I got 21 effect
You
numbers
chuck
on the
him off the
jiu-jitsu
cliff.
roll.
Okay, well, he's certainly going to land there, and then he's probably going to bounce if he's unlucky. So please roll a luck roll for him.
A luck roll for him, so I want bad luck.
For him, you want bad luck.
Yeah.
There we go.
How's that?
He
It
hits
doesn't
there,
come much worse.
bounces, and drops the rest of the cliff.
Sick.
So basically, that's a 20-foot fall. I don't think there's much point in me working that out because a 20-foot fall is going to kill him.
And he rolled bad luck twice on the fall, so he's like broke his neck, at least.
It's a good job that wasn't a hero system location, because if it did hit the side of his head, which is what you were trying to do. So I think you did well.
Let me see what it would be in Fallout for hit location. Left leg.
Okay. Baka makes it to the top this round.
Yes, let's go back. It's party time.
And
mate.
Yanagi is up to 6
Kinzo,
foot.
what are you doing?
And Kinzo.
Kinzo's farting about on the cliff.
Oh no.
Climb your hands and feet, Kinzo.
Yeah.
Both hands, mate. Both hands.
I've obviously forgotten how to climb in my rush to get up.
Put the sandwich down, mate. Both hands.
What it is, you've been put off by the stones being kicked down by Kyūryū. That's what it is. Right. So, next round, what are you planning on doing?
We're in the cave.
Okay. 1 second while I move you to the cave. So...
Might have to pull a torch out my pack and light it though. Nah, wait, because that ruins my invisibility. I'm going to stay invisible and just suffer the darkness penalties for now.
This is like a floating torch floating down the
Well,
cavern and really shit them up.
that'd be pretty scary for them, I think.
So let's
Disembodied
see.
torch.
So you are 2 to the left, and you are 2, 4, 6 to the right. So let's just take you 2 and go to here.
We're hunting time, boys. In the dark, in their own cave. This is going to be especially fun.
Really not.
Yes, it is, mate.
If it's pitch black in there, then they can see us and we can't see.
They can't see us. We're invisible, bro.
Right,
Do we start
that didn't
engaging?
copy. 1 second.
You get your sneak on, Mr. Yakuza.
That explains why I couldn't copy them. Right, so select that,
Get ready to strangle some goblins, my friend.
copy them, and go to here.
You see my slapping these guys around the head.
Can't wait, mate. I cannot wait. This is going to be a fun one. No, having to worry about are we being morally ambiguous or anything. Just run in there and slap the shit out of some goblins. And enjoy it. There's not even anyone around to see it. We don't even get any on for this, mate. No one's even around to see this. It's just for the pure love. This is for the pure fucking love of it. The pure passion for killing goblins. It's not just for the love of it, because these goblins will terrorize someone somewhere if we don't kill them.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means Baka is there. And 1, 2, that means you're there. Okay.
If it helps your measurements any, by the way, I will be sneaking into the cave.
Well, you're going to start trying to sneak anyway. Yes. And okie doke. So let me move some of you to the right. Well, actually, I'll move all of you to the cliff cave so you can see what's going on. Yes. Second, in that case, I need to sort out wrong layer there. Hang on a second, something's not cooperating here. Let me just... There, I know that's what's wrong. There we go. Right, so let's see who can actually see with your tokens. Right, so let me just try moving to this page. We'll see if you can now see everything correctly. So, hopefully, you should see a cave entrance.
Just, yeah, see the very bottom of the map.
The very bottom, yep. And you have a limited amount of night vision inside the cave entrance. So there's starlight going in, and hopefully you can see just a little bit more than the starlight. You've got about 5-6 foot of night vision. Okay, so this round, I suppose we better go over to turn tracker, hadn't we?
Yay.
Let's remove all
I
turns.
know they've got Samurai and Ashigaru, boys.
We've made a big mistake here, guys.
Oh no!
So, add turn, add turn, and you have 2 phases as well.
I have all the phases.
Baka. At the present moment, I just need to put on the Bakemono.
Right, back.
Bakemono show.
Eat as good as you can before the rest of them get here, basically, mate. That's what this is all about.
So they're on a 12. There we go. And Kyūryū, what are your action phases?
Base action phase is 10, I think.
And 5.
Where do I find that fairly? Where do you find base action phase? Ah, here it is, 10, yes, 10. The 2 primary actions.
Fair enough. So base action phase 10 and 5. Righty-ho! And
What do you need to get to make your base action phase an 11?
22 deafness.
Ah,
You actually want to get to 24 because then you'll be on 12 and 6.
yeah.
Okay.
Because then it affects the second one as well.
Yeah, well, the whole point is,
Yeah.
if everybody's on slightly different BAPs than that, it makes it much easier to work out what's going on. When you've got everybody on 10, it's all.
Everybody's on 10 and 5. That's what we were like for the longest time.
Okey-doke. So. Dumpty 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 dum. On a 12.
Ho 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 ho. Question, Dave. Is it possible
Yes.
to have my Yuara? Well, Yuara's already going to be in my right hand, but can you have
No, it isn't.
what?
What did you do last turn?
Climb? No.
And
I
then
launched a guy off the thing.
exactly.
Ah.
You do not have your Yuara in your hands.
Ah, okay.
You'll need to prepare them.
I will be preparing
Correct.
a Yuara. When you prepare a Yuara, could you put somebody else in your left hand?
As I understand it, Yuara is one in each hand.
You fight with you fight with 2 of them.
Yes, you fight with 2.
Well, you can fight with one, but then you've got to decide which hand you're hitting with, because one will be
Mm.
plus 2 damage and the other won't.
Quite. So, hang on a second.
Was that a thrown critical failure?
It was indeed.
In that case, his weapon breaks on impact.
A stone shatters on the rock next to you.
Ooh.
And a voice comes from the darkness. I didn't have to miss.
Who was
Sorry.
aim-
It was aimed at Kyūryū. Sorry, just a quote from the Princess Bride there. Anyway, so on a 10, Kyūryū, what are you doing?
Moving.
I'm not preparing your Yuara.
I'll prepare my Yuara. Can I do that and move at the same time? Surely.
Well, what are the combat actions that you're taking?
Preparing my Yuara. Stepping forward.
Okay. Exchange weapons. You can move, sheath or put away one weapon or a pair of weapons and ready another, and move up to a yard. So you can step forward one because you are unengaged. You can't move into the actual rock, so you step forward to there.
Oh, is that a
Okay.
wall? Okay.
Yes, it's a wall. Sorry, let me just move you out of the rock so you can't see into the rock. Hang on a second, I think I know what I did wrong. Dumpty 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 dum. Save settings. Close. Okay. Right, so you can see the wall and you can see into the cave, but you
Okay.
can't see very far into the cave.
So, can I move forward one then? Is that one?
Well, you were here, I seem to remember.
Around the edge. Yeah, I think that was you had
Throwing
one.
somebody, that was you moving one to there. And readying your Yawara.
Yep.
Okay. There you go. And Baka, what are you doing?
Creeping up to the entrance.
In that case, please make your Shinobi Jutsu and move half your movement.
My BMA is 5. Oh, what's that? 3 squares out? Oh,
So you can move 3 squares, but you need to make a successful Shinobi Jutsu to creep up.
I failed my Shinobi Jutsu.
Okay, but you are creeping up to the entrance.
3.
Okay.
Yep. Tempting to.
Right. And Baka is up to there.
Yep.
Kyūryū, what are you intending to do with your second primary?
So I can only move 1 yard on this, can't I? I can't do a movement on this.
Basically, you can move 1 yard and do something on a primary.
Mm-hmm.
Walking or closing to engage is a base option, so
Yeah,
you
so I
can
can't
move
do
1 yard. Okay. Right. Would you make a D20 roll, please?
Do I want low?
It's
Normally.
possible. Normally you want to roll low in this game.
Well, there you go.
Okay. You can see an edge of rock and some darkness there.
Okay. God, there's some caves and there's some rocks in this cave. Can you believe it?
No. You can see an edge of rock and darkness, rather like a pit.
Oh, on the floor, you mean?
In the floor.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Back, I'll watch out for the pit.
Okay, so did they hear you? Oh, yes.
Thank you for helping my Shinobi. You are doing better for my Shinobi than I am.
Well, he's kind of creeping forward. He's walking forward invisible and said out loud, Baka, watch out for the pit.
I mean, I whispered it.
Yes, in a cave, which is noted for echoes, loud enough for Baka to hear.
I mean, I turned round this way.
Baka,
You're actually the
your
worst.
secondary.
I'm staying still, aren't I? Because I can't do anything.
You can move forward 1 yard. I mean, if you parry on a secondary, you can move 1 yard. So,
If I can do that.
hang on a second.
No, effectively move my
No,
full
no,
movement this turn.
leave it as that. Okay. So next round then.
Hold on.
Yep.
How about outside the cave? If you don't
My
mind?
apologies. Going back outside the cave.
You don't need to move them up. Right. Yanagi moves up 2 feet to 8 foot. I know I
So he's
attempt to get a start.
Come on, you can do it, Kinzo.
Come on, Kinzo. There we go.
Yay!
Right, it'll take me 4 rounds to get up the 10 feet.
Okay, fine. So you've made your roll by 3, have you?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Enough. Okay, so in another round, Yanagi will be at the top, and in another 3 rounds, you'll be at the top. Okay, going back to the cave. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. A voice comes from that direction, yelling something in Bakemono. Okay, what are you doing, Kyūryū?
Walking forward.
Move yourself.
Oh, I see them. Closing to engage.
Okay.
Punchy, punchy time.
Do you really, really want to do that?
I mean, Baka's gonna back me up, aren't you, Baka?
Do
you really, really want to do that?
I mean,
Got no idea what's further in the cave, mate.
I mean, it sounds like I'm gonna die if I do it. Maybe I don't.
What did I tell you last time?
You're at the edge of a pit.
You just jumped into the pit. You get to there, and you see the edge of the pit. The edge of the pit you saw is gaping in front of you.
I wouldn't walk into the pit that I had seen. If I had seen it, I wouldn't walk into it.
You did see it, and I told you about it, and you moved your character onto it. So
I thought it was here.
You You saw the edge of the pit there.
That's not fair. You've not got something marked on the map now. I wouldn't walk into the pit. If I've seen the pit, I'm not walking into the pit.
I'm sorry, I haven't got something marked on the map. What is that big grey area?
I don't see anything.
I'm seeing what your character can see, and kind of 2 feet in front of you.
I don't think you are.
Nah, I don't see anything, Dave.
No, we're not seeing the pit, Dave.
What?
No, there's nothing marked on the map.
He is right on that.
I'll take a photo with my phone and post it in the Bushido chat.
What the heck is going wrong with this then?
2 seconds, mate.
Because that is on the map.
On the GM layer.
No, it's on the map layer.
Well, you want it on the token layer, don't you?
No, it's on the map. On the map layer. It's part of the map that I drew and placed on the map layer.
I've posted that in Discord. I don't see anything. I wouldn't have walked if I wouldn't have walked on it.
I know that. I know you wouldn't, which is why I said, "Do you really want to do that?" And I couldn't believe you couldn't see it.
When you said that, I thought you were referring to walking in to fight the Bakemono. That's what I thought.
Oh no! It wasn't that. Not at all.
No. I don't see a pit on the map. Have a look in Discord. I've posted what I see.
Let's have a look. That's very, very odd. There is something very odd with what Discord's doing. Sorry, Roll20's doing. Yeah. Ah, dear. 1 second. The simple solution is
right click it.
No.
To front.
I'm going to use the simple solution.
Oh.
Okay. Can you see it now?
No.
Oh, we can see everything else.
Everybody else. Try right
what
click.
Your map's disappeared entirely.
Right click and to front.
Hang on, I just turned dynamic lighting off.
It's dynamic lighting that's causing you problems.
Yeah, it's the dynamic lighting that's causing the problems.
See,
1 second.
I've never messed with that. I can't help.
Let's turn that on. Let's put daylight mode on so that you should be able to see everything.
Still not seeing a pit.
Still don't see the pit, yeah. See the bones back here now.
For goodness sake, it's actually physically on the map. 1 second, I will draw it on.
Try right-click the item on the map. Right-click it, and there should be an option to front. Try that.
How can I do it to the front? It's a JPEG, which includes the.
Oh, so it's part of the actual map drawing.
It's part of the actual map.
It's not an item. It's not an item on the map layer.
Correct.
Is it the back layer that's missing?
Weird.
Is it the whole back layer that's missing? Is that why we got the hex?
No. No, it's not that. 1 second.
There you go.
Oh, so he wasn't getting in the pit anyway.
That's me that drew that. I don't
Let's
know if
close
that's right.
that. Control C and Control V. Right, I've just put the map of the cave on there. That is what is on Discord. On the map layer.
Yeah, it's definitely not that.
No, Discord is playing silly beggars with me.
It's not Discord. It's Roll20. We don't see that.
Sorry, Roll20. Yeah, my apologies.
We don't see the brown or the black. We just see the white, and then this black. Black as in can't see it because it's under the because it's under the lighting. Fog of War. I can see where it is because of your drawing. Because of that, I could easily draw it on. It's like there, pretty much, isn't it? Maybe a bit further. Oh,
hey,
I
there we go.
Off. There we go. Dave. There
right,
we go.
fine.
There we go.
That must be my cock up.
There we
anyway,
go, mate.
So that's what you should have been seeing,
Right,
and I
okay.
obviously screwed things up completely.
So I
My
absolutely
apologies.
would not have done that.
No, you wouldn't, which is
No.
why I said you wouldn't.
I would have went
So
there.
anyway, you would have gone there.
I went
Yes,
punchy
quite.
punchy. Now the arrow
Yep.
on my token's pointing that way, but the guy's head's pointing that way. He is facing that way.
Oh yes, you're facing that.
Token just looks better like that.
Yeah, I will leave that as it is because that's what you're actually seeing.
Yeah, that's the one. That's what you were going for, Dave. Now we
Yep.
see it. Now I'm
Okay.
punchy punchy.
Anyway,
That was not the
Go on.
surprise you were looking for.
no, never mind.
Unless he's got some decent armor that's still gonna hit him on it. Well, all my hits are primaries.
This guy is
Femi Waz is a 22.
armor class 3.
Well, that hits 7 effect numbers, so bang.
Okay. Hits him. Do your damage.
D6 plus 2 plus my level, right?
Mm-hmm.
D6 plus 2 plus 3. D6 plus 5 is 7.
7 points.
What do you call the large,
Okay.
the ogre style goblin again?
That's an Obakimono.
Obakimono, yeah.
This guy appears to be limping.
It'll be worse than that in a minute.
Okay.
You mean he was limping from before? That got hit in the leg earlier.
This is the one who got hit in the leg.
Yep.
By a thrown rock.
By an absolute beauty of a throw.
Okay. Baka, what are you doing on your initiative?
Going further around the corner, hopefully sneaking.
Yes, Kyūryū is of course visible now because he's in combat.
Even better.
Okay. So, are you spotted?
Oh, do you want me to make a shinobi?
No, basically you think you've made your shinobi roll, but you didn't. So you are sneaking along carefully, but they might notice you. But you are invisible, so it's just a case of whether they hear a noise. And so far, they don't appear to have done so. They are all looking over at Kyūryū. Hey, Kyūryū, your second go. Or your second primary.
You have some more of that, son.
Oh,
That's a crit.
that might be a crit.
Oh.
That's a crit.
Well, this is AC 3, so that means that
It's
drops your
20 effect
ECS
numbers.
to 19 effect numbers. So that is a crit.
Numbers.
Because you are adjacent to the wall. So you are a -1 restriction.
So what is it for the crit effect? D20 or D10?
D10.
All right.
If someone would read off what a 5 is that triple damage? Oh, poor guy.
Plus 5 is 6, tripled is 18.
18 damage. Right. So,
Well, there is 7 and 18, 25 damage. It's Kyūryū time, baby. 25 in the beak.
he collapses in a heap.
Yes.
Your Yawara is covered with blood and brain matter and other stuff. You basically smashed his skull.
Can't wait to take all the Bakamona money out of his pockets I'm collecting.
Fair enough. Baka is on a secondary, can't do very much. Right, next round. I need to add an extra participant to this game of...
Yanagi, let's go.
So we have an O Bakamona who goes on BAP.
Oh, I thought you meant Yanagi.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
I'm not sure that's what you're referring to.
So let me just add the O Bakamona.
Yanagi must be in here by now, is he not?
Sorry, Yanagi is up to the ledge. Kinzo has 2 more rounds to go to get to the ledge.
That's right.
I'll try and leave something for you, Kinzo. Maybe some of the big guy be left for you.
Okay. So the O Bakamona is on a 10. So let us sort the order. Okay. So we have the Bakemono show going. This guy will step to here. That guy will step to there. And that guy will cheer you on, but he's staying there guarding this side just in case you run round.
Ah, you would stay there, eh?
Well, you may run round this way to get away from the O Bakemono.
Baka's gonna run round there and yeet him in the hole in a minute.
Okay. This guy will attempt to strike you. Fail dismally. Yes. And the guy next to him will attempt to strike you and fail dismally. Correct. And the O Bakemono will swing overhead and try to clobber you as well.
Oh.
Ah! Now, let me check and see whether that is actually a critical, because he is somewhat restricted. So, he has...
I can take it, boys.
1 restriction and 2 distractions. So, can he ignore the distractions? No. So that's -3. And your armor class is what?
Oh, right. Okay, how do I work this out?
What armor class are you wearing?
Partial light Ashigaru.
Which I believe is AC3, correct?
Yep.
And
That's
so
right.
you add your level, which is
6.
6. So he's -9 on his BCS. So that means he's on a 5.
Has to be less than 1 though, I think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Basically, yes, he has criticaled you, doing a D10, which is a 6. Would that be triple damage?
Please don't be. Tim's back. Tim, it's a 6 triple damage on the special effect. I could get the book, Dave, if you know where it is.
Okay, if you wouldn't mind having a look, because I didn't bring my DM screen across on me. I can hunt it up in the book, but if you can dig it out.
Yeah, we lost Tim again.
Right, whoa. What am I looking for? What would it be titled? Combat, special effects, critical success in combat. 4 to 5 is triple damage, 6 to 8 is special effect, roll 1d20 on the special effect table below.
Okay, let us roll the special effect.
Check me
And
out.
oh dear, what's a 19?
See.
19 is target is rendered unconscious. Oh no.
Okay, so 2d6 plus 2d3. 2d6 is 7. Plus 2d3 is another 1, 2, 3. So that's 10 points of subdual damage, and you are knocked to the ground unconscious.
Oh no.
Here and save me, boys. What was it? 10 damage.
10 damage,
Can take
and
that.
you are
I
on
need
the
to get-
ground and
I need
unconscious.
to get woken up, boys. It's 10 subdual, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Oh yes.
Right. Tim, I'm glad you're back.
Uh,
Need to save the day.
Oops.
The Obakamono looks surprised.
Did not mean that to happen, boys. This would have been a cakewalk if it wasn't for that crit. Like, come on now.
Okie doke.
Unagi and
So,
Kinzo, get your asses in
Kyūryū
here.
lies on the ground,
Oh, shit.
looking surprised. Baka,
Hero time,
what are you
Baka.
doing?
Hero time.
I'm gonna. Oh no, not till Unagi and Kinzo get here. I am holding my breath and assuming I haven't been spotted yet.
Okay.
I can hear Kinzo. I can hear Unagi coming along the ledge, can't I?
You could see Yanagi climbing onto the ledge, and he can run along the ledge this turn.
You need to do something, Baka. Help me.
Yeah.
Alan,
Holding throw.
do you want to take over running Yanagi since you're now oars the combat?
1 second while I get Yanagi. Control C.
Do not let me die,
Going.
boys. Do not let me die. If I die, the campaign dies. That's it. None of the rest of you are playing without me.
Ooh, threats. Okay, Yanagi is there. Having climbed up the cliff. Right, so Baka, what are you doing this round? Are you just standing still?
In my secondary, I'm going to set up a parry just in case.
He is saving
They
his
can.
beloved.
Well,
companion and leader and boss.
You have your
If I
primary
run in-
first.
Oh, setting up a parry and seeing what happens. Waiting for Yanagi to join me in this dodge.
Okay, so you're not moving on your primary. You're just parrying.
Not- Yeah.
Okay. You can step forward one if you wish.
Come back.
I know how long a Tetsubo is. Not a chance.
Okay.
See? That's
Fine, fine. So let's add Yanagi to the list. When's his 7? And does he have a secondary?
Yes, he does.
Okay. So that means he's on 7 and 3. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
And 3.
Hold on, is that not still low because he once got poked in the eye, but we got it healed and he was supposed to make a health save? Just how bad is...
His eye's fully fit. He's got a nasty scar like Koza.
He's got a,
As Yanagi doesn't have high stats.
he's got a couple of scars, I think.
Kind of the flip of me, really, isn't he?
Yeah, the trouble is he's a smart arse.
Yes. He put a lot of points
Yeah.
into his wit and his will.
And then became an NPC who just fights for us. So it's kind of wasted.
I think you said I had to pass by over 10, didn't I? To get any extra additional bonuses.
Pass.
Sorry.
No, basically you've got to make it by 5 or more, and you get a second bonus. Otherwise, you get +1, unless you roll a 20,
case-
which gets you anything.
That's a +2 then.
What are you rolling? Shinobijutsu?
No,
he's rolling
Sumai.
a parry.
Sumai parry.
Yeah. Just getting ready.
Okay.
Should be in there
Okay.
saving me.
Do I have to roll that
Right.
again on my secondary, or does that keep till the next primary?
Basically, if somebody attacks you before, while your parry's in action, you get the bonus on your armor class. But when you next take an action, if you do something else, your parry goes.
Gotcha.
Okay, so sorting that out. Sort descending. Okie doke. So, the Bakemono show will hit Kyūryū.
Oh.
Now,
Oh.
basically, you are prone and passive, and unless he rolls a 20, he's going to hit you. Yes, he hits you. Take a d6. So take 3 points of lethal.
Lethal, yeah. Shit.
Does that wake him up?
No, he's unconscious. He's not stunned or dazed. He's
No,
unconscious.
that's right. I know he's unconscious, but being stabbed like that might have woken him up. Okay.
No, that's a 19 critical. He's basically out of it.
Was it 3 lethal?
Yep, 3
Three
lethal.
I can take it, boys.
I was really hoping to get round behind that
You're gonna get behind him.
Bakemono.
You're gonna get in there. You're gonna save the day, Baka. I'll trust in you.
Okay. The Bakemono shouts loudly something in Bakemono, and kind of the others all cheer, apart from the one that stabbed Kyūryū, of course. Baka?
And I can see Yanagi now.
Yes. And Yanagi is going to run forward. What's
Hold on.
Yanagi's BMA?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait until Yanagi gets to the edge here.
He's BMA 5.
Okay, so he can run forward up to 10, but he can't engage. So, what's Yanagi's favourite weapon?
You are.
Is it Temiwaza? Fair enough. Okay. So he gets to there and looks in, and he can't see anything. Because it's dark. But he can hear Bakemono. And he moves to there, and he can make out the pit, and he can see Kyūryū's body.
Okay.
Bleeding.
How far away is the nearest target?
He can't see any. He can hear them off in the darkness.
In that case, I'll have to advance a bit further next round.
Yes.
See his boss though.
Technically, can I see further because I got my eyes adjusted because I've been in for a while now? Or is that?
Well, you can see the edge here, and
Yeah.
you heard something coming from there, but you can't
Yeah.
see him. Okay.
Yep.
Fine. So we come to the Bakemono show, and he stabs. Hang on. Does he stab Yanagi this time? There is a jabbering from the darkness, and he stabs Kyūryū again, doing another 6 points of lethal. And yes, there is chattering in Bakemono's show coming from the darkness, Yanagi. Kyūryū lies there, the Bakemono. 1, 2, 3, 4, just out of range. Okay, Baka.
Question for you. I know Tim said earlier on that I had my dispo on me, but probably wouldn't have, would I? Of stowing it when I climb, or do I? Is there a way I could have had it up here?
The Tetsubo.
You could get your Tetsubo out. You can't use it at full stretch. You're basically having to kind of swing it horizontally down from the ceiling, sort of thing. But you could use your Tetsubo.
I can do that I can ready it on a secondary, can't I?
Yes,
Once-
because you're not engaged. And it is covered by the concealing cloak at present. So yes.
Oh.
But this is a So would you have been doing that last time? I thought you were parrying.
It was parrying last time.
Okay, well you've got
I'm
a
going
primary this time. You can draw it out on your primary.
I'm going to here, to the edge.
Okay, so you're moving to there.
If I can get my Tetsubo out, great. If not, I'll get it out of my secondary.
Hang on a second. Combat actions. It's a basic option, so you can do a primary, which is exchange weapon. You can get your weapon out and move up to a yard because you're not engaged.
In that case, that is what I will be doing.
Okay. And
Shouldn't
they
throw.
will see. Sorry, can I have a deafness saving throw from you, please, to see if you can do it silently?
Certainly can. Let me just changes. Deafness saving throw.
Yep. No. So do any of them hear your Tetsubo coming out? Oh yes. Ah! Ah! Come jabber 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 jabber. Something over there. Okay.
As soon as I wake up, it's all over.
Yanagi on a 7 can close to engage onto Kyūryū if he wishes. Or he can close to here and launch a kick.
No, he's going to prepare his chain weapon and have a lash at whoever's within 3 yards of him.
Okay. So there is a... he can't see anybody. He's got to get a hex closer to see...
No, he's just going to swing it anyway, and then he'll step forward later, because he might get lucky.
Okay.
No
So
thought
he's
about
just
maybe
blindly lashing out.
grabbing Kyūryū
Fair
and
enough.
pulling him out of there, maybe, no?
No, he's got an idea roughly where they are, and if he swings it in a horizontal arc, he might hit something.
Can I have a wit saving throw from him?
Ooh.
That is successful for him, isn't it? In that case, he saw the disturbance as the Tetsubo came out. It kind of emerged into his kind of light and then disappeared again, and he heard the rustle of clothing.
So another long
So
weapon
Baka's
is
over there.
another long weapon in this area is not going to be wise.
So you can try swinging his chain
You could
at
try
a
pulling
3-yard
Kyūryū out.
range.
Oi!
So
Whenever you're not rolling for Kinzo, Tim, you're just rolling fire. I'm going to get you to roll my dice.
that is your 3-yard range.
Yeah, that's armor class 10 if there's anything in range.
Well, no, it hits armor class 10, less all the combat modifiers, because you're unable to see. You can't see the target. So what's your level?
2.
So you're -7. So that would hit AC 3. And anything else?
What's the name of that chain weapon he's using, just for my notes?
So that's a -7.
I'll put it in chat for you.
Thank you.
And you also have a restriction, so that's -8, so that is AC 2. And what armor class is that guy? Let us see. That is him.
Sarigama.
50-50.
There is a ching as it bounces off somebody's armor.
Do I get +1 for surprise?
No, because he can see you in the dark.
He whipped it out like Indiana Jones, though. Like a legend. +1 for being a legend.
But anyway, okay, fair enough.
+1 for
know
being
this to be
cool.
there.
+1 for cool.
That's fine.
Okay,
Oh.
Kyūryū. Baka on a secondary.
I am going to try and squish this one to goo.
Okie doke. Squish him to goo.
Roll really well there.
Come on.
Pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
As it stands,
He
that's a
is
pass by
AC.
3.
He's AC 5,
Oh, wow.
and you are -1 restriction because of the wall.
Yep.
So I'm afraid that's a miss. Well, how many did you make it by?
3.
You made it by 3. In that case, you're -1 restriction, and he's armor class 5.
Nowhere near.
Actually, sorry, no, my apologies. That one is AC 2.
Oh.
So that, I think, is enough to hit him, because you're -1 for the wall and -2 for his armor. If you made it by 3, you hit
Hang
him.
on.
Drat!
Come on, Baka. Come on.
Lucky for the low AC on
2d6
that one.
plus your 2d. Yes, he's a low AC.
Yes, Baka.
I only get to add +2 at the moment. There's one.
It's a good one.
9, 11. And then 11% chance for a bash special.
No.
11 damage on him.
Hopefully he's already the injured one.
He is.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
He collapses in a heap.
Can I shout something? Or is that
Yes. You are now visible, by the way.
yeah. Yanagi, pull Kyūryū back and I'll cover you.
Legend, Baka, legend. So proud of you. So proud of you.
There was huge risk of me just running in, having all 4 of them attack me in
Now,
1 round.
Question.
I needed to.
There's a healing potion in my pack. If somebody poured it down my throat when I was unconscious, would that wake me up? Like it does in the other systems. It does in some and doesn't in some. Would it in
You'd have
this?
to see, wouldn't you?
Oh, you're the best and worst games master, David.
I mean, let's face it, it's in your pack.
You're the worst.
Might
'cause
have
you're the best.
broken when you fell down.
Yeah, alright, yeah. You've not forgotten that pack of sneaky nukes, I know.
Okay, so we have the next round. What are people planning on doing this round? What's Yanagi going to do? He's heard Baka's shouted something. Or actually, no, Baka is going to shout that this round as his base action phase.
Oh, is that that's why I was asking if it was
Giving orders in the base action phase.
Is that is that rock where that black line is? Just on my left.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's wall.
That's wall. Basically, you got wall to the left, wall to the right, and a pit hidden to your right. I was hoping people would fall down it, but they didn't.
Weirdly, we didn't fall down it because we couldn't see it.
Yeah.
He's got
Ironically.
his chain weapon, and he's going to try and grab Kyūryū and pull him towards the exit.
Right.
Excellent.
Fair enough. So he's going to rush forward and grab Kyūryū and try and pull him. Fair enough. And then throw him off the cliff edge.
Get him woken up.
Right. And basically, Kinzo is going to walk 7 from wherever he got onto the ledge, 7 along the ledge.
Let me add Kinzo to the sheet. So where's Kinzo? There we go.
And just so you're aware of it, Harumi has run to the bottom of the cliff and is having a look at the dead goblin and cackling to herself.
Take his backgammon money, Harumi.
Well, I'm not touching that filthy goblin's money. Bleh, no.
I collect it.
Okay, so what's your action phases? 2 turns for you, yes?
11 and 5.
11 and 5. And salt. Okie doke. So the Bakemono show. 1, 2. And we'll stab at Yanagi. And miss.
Good.
And this one. 1, 2, 3. Now let me
He
just
can't
check
use
his...
engaged.
Pardon?
It's in the dark. He wasn't engaged.
He wasn't in the... He's in the dark. Yanagi... I'm just checking the BMA of the Bakemono show as to whether or not he has the BMA to close it. 1 second.
I'm saying he was engaged by my Tetsubo.
Ah, true. Yep. He's in engagement range, yes. But in that case, he's stepping to there. And since he can't get to Yanagi because he's only BMA 4, he's going to stab Kyūryū instead. Take another 4 lethal damage, Kyūryū.
Ouch.
And for the Bakemono show, Kinzo strides forward.
Yeah, I've already moved for this round.
Fair enough. And the O Bakemono will close to there and strike at Baka.
Oh.
Giant CGI monster fight.
Yeah, it's time to be a monster, Baka. I believe in you. I believe in you.
Right. So he has one restriction, two distractions. Does he make a? No, he doesn't. So he's -3. Rolls to hit you on a 6. So that knocks his 14 down to an 11. What's your armor class?
Probably 3. Well, if we're wearing winter garb at night,
Not winter.
then it'd be 4
Summer.
and 3.
So you're 3. Okay, so 14 less 6 is 8, which means he has hit you, doing 5 plus 3,
this
8
gets messy.
subdual. 8 subdual, please. And
Easy
he has a
days,
chance
mate,
of
easy
crushing
days.
you. No, fails.
Easy days.
Where's my
You
damage?
lies there bleeding. Baka.
Just looking for where you put the damage in. There you go. So he said 8 duel, yeah?
8 subdual, H20, I believe is the cell.
At him. Literally back her at him.
Okay, go for it, Baka.
Carried on my hits 13.
That's a hit, even with all the minuses.
For 7 damage.
Dee-dum. Actually, you would have to move to there to see him.
Not just hit
There,
where the,
you are just. Well, you can swing, but you will be at minuses for not being able to see him, as well as his minuses for his armor.
as many. Oh. Okay, I was swinging it where the Tetsubo swung at me, so I'll just stick with the 13. I don't want to get in Yanagi's way at the moment.
Okay.
Playing a
In
covering
that case, what
roll.
level are you?
Level 2.
Okay, so you're counting as partially blinded because you know roughly where he is. So that's a -4. His armor class 4, which is 8. And there's another -1 for the restriction of the wall, 9. If you made it by 13, you still hit him.
Yes.
So that's 5 damage, plus your damage bonus, which is
2 at the moment.
2.
Yes,
Because someone got stupid and got
Total of
drunk.
12. Yes, well, it's anybody could do that, couldn't they?
That's a normal mistake, mate. An easy mistake to
Failed
make. It's not,
So many health saving throws in a row.
you didn't do anything particularly bad or stupid. It's a normal mistake to make. It's not
Point
even
of
a
damage.
mistake,
I'm not concerning at the moment. Was 2 at the time,
Okey-doke.
so it would have been
That's
painful.
fine.
Oh, and then after the hit, we'll take a combat yard after the hit.
Okay, move yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a step here. I'm hoping that Yanagi's gonna do what I asked him.
Except Yanagi can't. Okay. Teetering on the edge, just like the ogre.
Yep.
Okay, Yanagi is engaged by a Bakemono show.
Sorry, Dave. Just saying, I'll absolutely love it.
So you're going to ignore him and try and grab...
No, I've already said that I was going to step forward this round, so the fact he shouted at me, I can't change what I'm doing. I shall now punch the...
So you're dropping your chain.
I already said I'd drop the chain because I was going to try and pull... I can't pull him with the chain, so I'm going to punch him in.
Okay. Fair enough. Punch him. Oh dear, that's a hit.
Oh, yes.
Is he armor class 5 or worse?
He's armor class 4. So does that make it a critical? He says, expecting the answer yes.
The answer is yes, because I've got one distraction, which is the Tetsubo swing around. So I shall roll a d10.
I'll just roll a 1. Special effect of
Whatever 13 is, and you can take
5.
Okay.
How much damage?
7.
7?
Yeah, well, I don't have any UR or anything else, so I'm just tracking with my hand.
Okay.
Which one are you hitting? Are you hitting this one?
What was the special effect 13? Special effect 13. Target stunned and must make a health saving throw to avoid being knocked unconscious.
Okay, let's make a health saving throw.
That's correct.
No,
Hey.
he's knocked unconscious.
Excellent, Yanagi.
Collapses to the ground.
How dare you stab the dead body of my leader, you bastard!
Love it, Yanagi, love it.
The Bakemono who's still standing and stabbing Kyūryū says, because I like it.
Little bastard. I hate these little rats.
Oh, in that case, you're next!
Yes, Yanagi! Fuck 'em up, boys. Get me woken up. I'm
Okay.
missing the fun.
Kinzo has done his move. Kyūryū doesn't do anything. Baka on a secondary, you gonna try it?
Oh, Dave.
No, I'm gonna pass.
How long would
parry.
this unconscious last if it was just to go away naturally?
Certainly much longer than this fight. So
Yeah.
D20 for your parry then, please, Baka.
Nice.
It's only by 3.
I think
Oh,
that's
just a
one
1.
armor class.
Yeah.
That's plus 1.
Oh, it's better than nothing.
Oh yeah.
Yanagi on a secondary. You could lash out with a kick, I suppose.
Well, if he's in kickable range, I'll attempt to kick him.
Well, he's two hexes away, so he's kickable.
Oh, come on.
That hits armor class 2, sir.
That is
Well, this
beautiful.
guy's armor class 5.
Wow.
Well, that's alright, so I miss him.
Yep. Okay. So, next round, what are people planning on doing? Baka?
Waking up.
You're going to carry on trading blows with the Obakemono?
I'm going to goad the Obakemono. I'd like to take a swing at him and then step.
Take a
Goad
swing
him
at
as
him
well.
and... Okay. Come on if you're hard enough.
See how stupid he is. See if he's forgot about his own hole.
Yep.
Fair
He
enough.
did say he wanted someone to fall in the hole. It'd be a shame if someone did.
Well, aye, he might make a wet saving
What's
throw.
Yanagi going to do? Is Yanagi going to fight the Bakemono show, as he said?
You never
Or is he
know.
going to try and drag Kyūryū?
No, he's going to step, so he's standing astride the body of Kyūryū, and then he's going to strike the Bakemono with his
man.
fist.
Okay.
Aye, he might,
So,
he might make
the
him make a
Bakemono show,
wet saving throw.
just to show how disdainful he is of Yanagi, will try and strike the body on the ground again.
Yeah, fucking prick.
And hits, doing 2 points of lethal.
You see, he's not totally convinced that I'm not going to pound his head in.
Kinzo,
Get
you going to
in
run
here.
up to the entrance?
Get in here, Kinzo.
How many hexes is it to where I just pinged?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there.
In that case, I shall walk to there so I don't fall off the cliff. I'll have a look and then go, oh, what a mess.
Yes. Yes, there, you just narrowly miss being hit by a Tetsubo that whistles round your head. Okay, the O
In there, then.
the O Bakemono is going to go for the guy with the Tetsubo, a fellow fighter, and miss. And Kyūryū lies there, and Baka takes a swing, jeers, and steps back. Yes.
Only by 2, and then minuses on top of that.
Correct. You've got a wall and Yanagi.
Yes, my loads.
And his armor. So you step back, so you are no longer in his Tetsubo range.
Your father and mother were various forms of farming animals. Come and get some.
Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelt
The smell of
elderberries.
I could remember the elderberries bit, but I couldn't remember what the animal was, so I didn't want to misquote it.
The hamster.
Yanagi! Step forward 1. Okay. Roll a d3 for subdual damage on Kyūryū.
Oops, sorry, boss. Stepped on your head. 3 points of subdue.
Okay. Roll. Did you hit the poor old Bakemono show?
Well, I've hit armor class 10, less negatives. So probably.
Well, you're only -1 for the restriction, so he's AC 5, so you hit him.
Take 7.
He takes 7 and sneers at you.
Well, okay. So you think you're all right?
Okie doke. And I do believe it is now.
It's Baka's turn next.
Kinzo, Kyūryū, Baka on a secondary.
Continuing my parry defense.
Okay, roll your parry.
Was that not? Why could I not be rolling that on my primaries? Yeah,
1 point.
and that's
Yeah.
it's only by 4.
Yeah.
Close.
Okay, and Yanagi on a secondary, if he wishes.
Yeah, punch him a second.
Go on, Yanagi. Roll a 1.
No, I think I'll let him live a bit longer.
Almost a fumble. Almost a fumble.
Well, yes.
Next round. Do I ignore Yanagi or do I can go for the body? I get +10 on the body. No, we'll go for Yanagi. He's hit me. So the Bakemono show will hit you. Or then again, maybe not. Kinzo going to do. Step there and kick.
Whereabouts is the Bakemono? Directly, because I can't see him, you see.
You can see him now. He's on the other side of Yanagi.
No, Tim, cannot see him because he's not showing on my. All right, I'll kick him then.
Okay. Sorry, can't you see him?
Don't worry, no, it's the way my machine's
Roll
working.
20.
Don't worry.
Oh, right, fine.
That would be armor class 10. So.
That's a hit.
Yes. Better late than
Even
never.
even allowing for the -2.
Yeah, that makes it armor class 8.
Yeah. He's not armor class 8. He's only armor class 5. Ah, you are
Minimum
playing with
damage.
it.
3 points of damage, sir. I'm going to give up being a Budoka. I think I'm going to go away and become a ninja.
Too slow.
And he collapses.
Yes.
Oh,
Right.
I go, oh, it's a surprise.
Abel's turn now.
And Yanagi looks at me and goes, Budo stealer.
The Obakimono. Go for. Hey, steps to there, and we'll go for Yanagi.
Okay, because that means I'm not engaged now.
Well, you weren't engaged before. He's got the same engagement range as you. So Yanagi, what's your armor class?
3.
That's a hit. He's rolling consistently low. 6 points of damage. And he doesn't bash you. Oh dear.
Good job.
Kyūryū, Baka. You can no longer see the guy wielding the Tetsubo, but you heard it crunch as it hit Yanagi, who lets out a
I would
yelp.
like to go. Why is that not moving me? I'd like to go 1, 2.
Yes, Baka.
And then hit him with a Tetsubo.
So proud of you.
Swing the Tetsubo wildly in the dark, whichever you would need to call it.
What's your BMA? 5?
5. It was like a close
Okay,
to engage.
you can close to engage, so you can swing at him. It is in the dark, so you're -4 on top of his armor of 4 and the restriction of 5, so that's a net 9 minus 9.
Yeah, that's a miss.
Okay. Yanagi.
Oh, is that his flank, by the way?
Oh.
Nope, not
Wait,
far enough to get.
She makes my hit. Yeah.
How far away is the Obakimono?
From Yanagi. He is effectively. He's within kick range.
In that case, I shall kick him.
Okay. Your -1 restriction, -1 distraction, and he's armor class 4. So that would be -6. Would you hit him with
I missed him because even if I make a wit saving throw, I've still got the restriction, so I missed.
Okay.
Which is fair enough because I was about to punch the goblin before it fell over. Budo stealing swine.
Kinzo can't see what's going on, but he can tell there's something wielding a Tetsubo over there. In fact, there's 2 Tetsubos whirring around. It's a bit dangerous here. What are you doing on your secondary, Kinzo? Anything?
I don't have one because I close to engage there.
Right, fine. Kyūryū doesn't do anything. Baka! You don't stand a chance on a secondary.
No.
Yanagi could try a secondary.
Same again. Missed because of the restriction. Hold on. 6, yeah, I've hit armor class 4.
Hang on.
On a secondary?
Yeah, my base chance on the secondary is 10. So
Right. -1 for the restriction is 9. So you'd
Yeah.
hit AC 3.
yeah,
And he's
I
AC
miss.
4.
Yeah, I miss anyway.
Fair enough. Okie doke. Right, next round then. He is going to. Sorry, the Bakamono show are no more. Kinzo.
there a pit at my feet?
Yes, there is. You can see
In
it.
that case, I won't step forward. I shall step back out of range.
Fair enough. Move yourself back out of range. He is stepping to there, and going for Yanagi again. And missing.
Has he stepped forward then?
No, he stepped back.
Boo, okay.
So he's no longer visible to Yanagi.
That's fine.
Or Baka.
I don't care. I've got a rough idea of where he is. So I am going to my Tetsubo charge.
You're going to drop your Tetsubo and charge. Is that right?
Come on, this is what I'm talking about.
Okay. Right, so fair enough. So on a 2, we will do you. Yanagi. You can no longer see the...
That's right, okay. Basically, I can hear the sounds of a sumatori charging forward. Slap, 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 slap. So I'm going to step back, grab Kyūryū's leg and pull him into the light so we can see whether he's dead.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Dink. Okay, you can pull him 1 this round.
Was that Yanagi or Kinzo?
This
Oh,
is
that was
Yanagi.
Thank you, Yanagi.
Oh, the point is
Sorry,
that Kinzo couldn't do it because Yanagi was standing over your body. If I tried to move you, I might knock him over into the pit. Which wouldn't
Okay.
necessarily be a problem, but
Kinzo can now see your body. Baka gets to do his charge.
Boom.
What are you doing?
Grappling.
He's
To my grapple.
Sumai grapple. Okay.
Needs to be able to see when you got the hold of them. Remember being blinded before, and it very effective.
Okay. So, how many did you make your grapple by?
So I get +1 for the charge.
You get +1 for the charge.
In which case, I made it by 13.
Less his armor, made it by 9. So you have 9 effect numbers on him. Okay. Right. Next round. Presumably Yanagi is pulling Kyūryū the rest of the way into the cave entrance, yes? What's Kinzo going to do?
I'm going to wait until Yanagi's pulled the body of Kyūryū out of the way. Then I'm going to advance to find out where this ogre is.
Okay. Probably where you can hear the grunting and swearing and other stuff from Baka, and the kind of outraged roar of a grappled Bakamono.
Head towards the aggressive cuddling.
Okay, I walk up to there and I'll hit him next round.
Okay. So you basically walked up. So you will have to stop 2 further away because you can't actually close within engagement range.
Well.
And his engagement range is 2, the same as yours. So you can walk to there.
It's not a problem.
And you can make
Not a problem
out
for you.
a large mass struggling in the darkness.
I see. Black has found somebody to play sumo with. Oh, excellent. Sorry, sumo.
Right, so we've got the Bakamono trying to break free from you.
Event's going to be pretty good.
Or he can try and thump you. Because he can drop his Tetsubo and just thump you with his fist. Da, 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 da. Right. Make a luck roll, please.
See whether the Tetsuo lands on me. Neither.
No, you haven't managed to grapple his arms because they were holding the Tetsubo. So he drops the Tetsubo and will punch you with both his fists. Now, you have got him grappled, so I think he's half BCS. So, in that case, 2 attacks on you with his fists.
Ow.
1 misses. 1 hits critically. The critical is a 2, which I believe is double damage.
That is correct.
Correct?
Yeah, double damage.
Okay. Please take 12 subdual. And there is a 12% chance of bashing you. Nope.
Even with a punch.
Oh, yes.
Oof.
Actually, Dave, it was slightly more than 12% because the ogre outweighs him by quite a lot.
Oh, true, yes. But on a 66, that's not
well,
a
yeah,
bash.
you roll the dice and then work it out.
Yeah. Obakemono are not nice, either long or short range. But they're slow. They only get 1 attack. Okay.
I can only take
Baka.
1 more of those.
Yeah, that's why you're hoping Kinzo's going to charge in next round.
Okay.
Okay, try and increase your grapple. That looks like you've increased your grapple.
Yeah.
Oh.
17, 14, 10.
So,
That's including minuses.
So allowing for his AC 4, how many did you get?
Including his AC 4, 10.
So that puts you up to 18. He's still doing quite well. Obakemono are strong.
I think he's up there with me, isn't he? Roughly.
Yes, well, if you think of the Princess Bride and the Man in Black fighting Andre the Giant, it's a bit like that. So you're trying
that's
to
a
get
fantasy
round.
I know that's fantasy, but I'm so seeing Juggernaut versus what's the one made of metal called? I forgot his bloody name now.
Colossus.
Colossus.
That's what I'm seeing at the moment.
As a matter of interest, Dave, you know the Obakemono gets plus 2d3 on his weapon damage.
Oh yes, I've been allowing for that.
Well, yeah, but I rolled for that, and I then work out what strength he's got from what damage bonus he's got, rather than re-rolling the 2d3 every time. See?
Right. Okay. Fine.
It just means that I know what his strength is, so I don't have to guess. Anyway, back to the fight. Back to
His engagement has changed.
Back to the fight. So that was Baka's primary. Yanagi, Kinzo.
Yeah, we're back to the top, unless
We're back to the top of the round. So Kinzo, you get to go before anybody else. You can close to engage and thump this Bakemono.
I'll hold him. You hit him.
Now you have bonuses because he is partially restrained. So
Well, I've hit armor class 2 as it stands. Less 1 for Baka, so I've hit armor class 1. That's only a modifier.
So effectively, I will give you plus 4 on hitting him. So you've hit him. Roll your damage.
You're not using your Yawara? You did say you would be intending on using it these days.
Yes, I was, but I've climbed up the cliff, I've run forward and about to start fighting. I've had a chance to get him out. And it's still rolling less than average damage. It's just not me, is it? There's something wrong with my technique.
So how much damage?
To be fair,
How
that
much
is
damage?
double what you have been.
Is that just 2? Or 2
No, it's
plus
4,
your level?
it's
4. Okay.
In all my attacks just recently, I've either rolled minimum damage or +1 on minimum. No, my karma is trying to tell me something, and I'm not listening.
Okay. The Obakemono is going to try and thump this guy who's tying him up. And miss with both hands. And Baka gets to try and grapple him further.
Oh, come on. That's only by 1 plus any bonuses.
So that's allowing for the armor, that's just by 1, yes?
Oh, no, not allowing for armor. Sorry, that's missed by 3 then.
Missed by 3. Okay.
I'm on a 17. See my.
Right. Okie doke. So he manages to struggle a little bit free. Does Kinzo wish to go for a secondary? You still get +4 to hit, which effectively negates his armor.
Hold on. I've got Yanagi yet.
Oh, my apologies. Yanagi has pulled
Yanagi
Kyūryū to the gate.
Yanagi will whip out a bandage and attempt to apply it using his physician skill.
Okay. Make a physician roll.
Made the physician roll by 3.
In that case, please get 2 points of lethal better, Kyūryū.
You lethal. Thank you
better.
very much. Who did that?
That's
Yanagi.
He's our doctor. Yeah.
Dr. Yanagi
Right.
to the rescue. Does that wake me up?
No.
No, I didn't think it would.
You've been knocked unconscious by a Tetsubo on a 19.
Now, anyway, basically, I shall punch him again with my secondary.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, no, I won't.
No, you won't.
Well, I can punch him, but I don't do any damage.
We're back to the top,
Okay.
so I'm not doing anything.
Fair enough.
Actually, no,
In that
it's
case, Kinzo gets to punch him again.
Go on, kids.
Hit armor class 9, I think.
4 bonuses.
Yeah, it's a base of 9 plus whatever else, so that's a. He's not wriggling. Take 5 points of damage.
9.
Ooh. Damage is on the way up. This is good.
Okay. The Obakemono. Well, he's punching the guy who's holding him and stopping him from having his fun. Right, so no, that's all misses. Baka, you get to try and restrain him further.
Same as
Nope.
last time.
And Kinzo on your secondary.
Same as last time.
And what's Yanagi doing this round? Getting up and running in?
No, he's going to look through. No, I can't imagine that Kyūryū's got his pack with him here. So I'm going to stand up, look round to see if there's any more of these buggers.
I mean, I would have some sort of pack with me. I wouldn't leave it at the bottom of the cliff.
Why not?
I would. That way you're going into.
It's a steep climb. Yeah.
We were in camp when we started to come out this way to come and see them. So
Don't worry.
Anyway,
Okay.
top of the round then. So the Kinzo hitting him again.
nice.
That's a hit. Oh dear.
Minimum.
Particularly eliminate him.
Okay. Trying to punch the little worm who's holding on to him.
Oh,
Hits, doing 1 point of subdual. And doesn't bash you. Actually,
that was close
that
though.
might bash you.
Oh, come on.
What's the bonuses for weight?
Weight difference.
Yes.
You'd have to look that up because I don't know. Because normally it doesn't occur. You see.
Yes. Let's have a quick look for bash and see whether there's anything else. Bash. Bom.
Joining you in the land of Nod here.
Right,
Thank you.
so bash. Chance of a bash occurring may be enhanced. Blah, blah, blah. For each £100 by which the attacker outweighs the target, add 5% to the chance of a bash result. Right. He's £100 bigger than you, so
At least
that is
£100, so-
at least £100. That's a successful bash. So
Right.
basically, so make a strength saving throw and add 1/2 of your. No, you don't need to do that. That's
sorry.
fine. Just make a strength saving throw.
Right.
Okay, so you fail the saving throw, so you lose your feet. Now you are holding on to him. You have, I think it's is it 22 effect numbers on him at the moment? No, 19 effect numbers on him at the moment. So that, make another strength saving throw to try and hang on.
Oh, you know what?
Yep.
Normally, it would be a me. However, I fail by 1.
Hey.
You asshole!
Basically, you've lost your feet, you are hanging on to him, and you've lost some of your effect numbers.
Yep.
Okay, so you've still got him partially grappled, but you're going to have to stand up as your action phase next, your primary action phase. Okay. So that was him doing that. So on your primary action phase, you stand back up and regain your grapple, okay? And then Kinzo gets to hit him on the secondary. So you're just holding him still for Kinzo to hit him. I hope you appreciate this, Kinzo.
Oh,
well,
it would if I could actually sense
you
hit
would have.
some-
Okay, fine. Yanagi, what are you doing? You can hear
Kinzo, what's
the
your-
fight going.
What's your to hit, Kinzo? You're a master in Kamiwaza, aren't you?
I'm not a master in that. Tell me what, no. I'm not a master. in
Oh,
anything.
okay.
My raw BCS is 17.
Okay.
So halved is 9, -4, +4. And he's another -2, one for the wall, one for you.
Anyway, basically,
Okay,
Yanagi-
next round.
hold
What's
on,
Yanagi do?
Yanagi
Yanagi's...
charges forward.
Okay, well he can't charge because he's got to go over the bodies and round. So
Yeah, well, okay, yeah, but
yeah,
basically he runs forward.
okay. Okay, he runs forward, so he can attack next round. Okay, so next round then, going down the list, we have Kinzo. Thump. This could be more interesting.
Yes.
special effect of...
Right, take 6 points of damage and have your leg broken.
Come on.
Oh,
That's how we do it.
Okay.
That's how we do
2d10
it.
critical damage. Please roll it. Yes. Ten critical damage. He collapses to the ground, unconscious. Please make a luck roll, Baka.
of course.
Okay. He lands on your arm. Your arm is trapped underneath him. One of your arms. But you do not take any further damage.
I'm going to try and cover it with. I'm still. Thank you very much, Kinzo, for coming in. And
I think the phrase
To
is.
get to see it happen.
Well, I'm not letting you know if you steal my Budo.
Okay.
I do
Congratulations.
I do so love playing two characters at once. It's great fun.
Okay.
As a matter of interest, Dave, are we getting a new player?
I haven't heard anything.
If it's the guy that I know, then it won't be till the new year.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Because I was going to suggest that this would be a good time to introduce him if we were, but if he's not joining us yet, then won't.
Okay. Righty-ho. In that case, I think this is probably a good time to pause it.
Yep.
For the end of the session, and next time we will dish out the Buddha, etc. And you have a number of unconscious Bakemono show and an unconscious Bakemono. I don't know whether you want to kill them or...
And an unconscious leader.
Well, yeah.
We don't want to kill him.
No.
So he's going to tie them up, those that are not dead. Then we'll search the cave to see if we've got anything, any loot. And then we'll wait for Kyūryū to stand up and he can make the decision as the leader.
Appreciate
How
that.
deep is the pit?
We will deal with that next time.
Yes.
Book passing? I think so.
Well, we know Kyūryū's penchant for killing things.
Yeah, well, it's you
Killing
see, the point was, as a
Bakemonos,
player,
yeah.
I realised that I didn't make enough effort to stop Kyūryū coming and doing this, you see, as a character. I just went along with it. When I should have tried to stop him. But never mind, it's too late now.
Anyway, we shall pause it there. We shall
Yes,
continue next time.
See you next time, viewers, for session 64. Ooh, it will be after Christmas, so Merry Christmas. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.